once you've read through the book, you'll see it in the video number 3, all about this. Once the kids are done their quest, so you would have gotten to this page here, they have just found the snail box in the tree, and they will have come back. So then you get into this phase, which I'm in the middle of revamping this page. So I don't know if you saw on the website, there's an initiative to invite young artists to get published. So yeah, so that's what this is about. So what I think I'm gonna do is the kids get bored by this, and this is like one of the most important parts. This is the Earth Charter, created by the United Nations, and I really want the kids to read this. So what I'm thinking of doing is figuring this out in some way that these are either laminated or glued onto a piece of wood or something cool that you can hide them in the forest, and they have to find them, and then they decide which of these things is most important. I was even thinking of separating it between each of these and like cutting each of these out, and then they have to decide which is most important. So you put them in like 4 groups and they rearrange which of these topics is most important, then they decide. So it's an experiential study of these things, just to get the conversation going. So yeah, so you can do what you want with that. It's not really set up yet in the book. Yeah, I made it just like this. It's cut up just like this in your book. So there's that. And then the project, which your kids could be involved in too, is we're doing like an art contest, and it needs to be 10 by 10. And they need to produce an art piece or a photo or something that will be the base for this project. Does that make sense?
So the base in that...
It's all on the website.
Okay.
Yeah, so you've got all the information there. Okay, so then so now they've got the coins, they're like, what do I do? Maybe you've opened your merchant, you're selling your wares, and you've read through this, and then you take a break from the book again. And then there's a piece about you can't play unless you have peace in your heart. And a lot of the times kids don't know this, they don't understand it, it's not really been brought up, or it's completely obvious. But that's the constant practice is coming back to having peace in their hearts. And this is called the Peacemaker Principles. I don't know if you've heard of this. Peacemaker Principles comes from the Haudenosaunee people around the Great Lakes.
Oh, okay.
There's a video of it, a link to a video of it on my homepage right at the very bottom. It's not necessary for you to know the whole story, but the 3 main principles is to play, you must have peace in your heart. If you don't have peace in your heart, find a way to get it. And if you have an issue with somebody, when you confront them, honor them first. So, you stole my thing, and I say, I'm really mad about it, so I'm not going to confront you when I'm mad about it. But then I go away, I do what I got to do, and it's like, okay, I do want to have a conversation. And the first thing I say is, I really enjoy my time with you, and I'm really worried because I feel like you stole this thing from me, and I don't know if you know that you stole this thing from me, but I'd really like that to change, or I'd really like to have it back, and I don't want that to happen again. So it's naming the positive first, finding that, like, honoring the other first, and that the whole objective of having the conversation is to create unity. So then coming back to saying, because I really want to keep playing with you and I want to trust you. So it's this very simple communication practice of, if you notice that kids don't have peace in your heart, all you have to do is show that little heart sign, like you're like this, you have peace in your heart, and then it encourages kids to somehow find that before they confront each other. I'm going to do a whole piece on that, a little video.
And sort of Gordon Neufield's thing, connect before you direct.
Yeah. Connection before correction, yeah. Yeah, it's good. And then this is just sort of an inspirational visual, because it starts playing around with the world of the 4 character types. So I made you a copy of these so you can read through this with them, because this interests them because the visual and it's really simple.
It's beautiful.
And I've been trying to figure out a good way to do this. Unfortunately, yours is not as nice as this. And you can craft it in any way you like.
Yeah.
I photocopied one side and the other side, but they're on 2 different pages.
That's fine.
Feel free to glue them together, craft the edges, burn the edges, do whatever you want to do with it, because I only just did it here. But typically the way I do it is I hold it up, face it towards them while I read this side.
Nice.
And I read it nice and slowly, and everybody will want to hear it because they love the visuals. And they want to know the 4 character types. They understand archetypes. They understand roles. So you read each one, and that's where these stones come into play. So you say that everyone has all 4 character types in them. So everyone gets one of these stones. So you're reading each one. Does that make sense?
It totally does.
Yeah. And this container has more than the 4 colors. It has a dark blue and an orange. So you just have to you have to take out the dark blues and oranges beforehand, or else it gets confusing for them.
This is beautiful. This is
my life's work.
I know, and it's so nice that you did this life's work, because it just resonates so much.
I'm so glad.
It's funny, on the kids' birthdays, I always give them just a stone, and they can't wait for their stone.
Isn't that great?
They love
It's so great.
so beautiful.
And then this is a funny little card I made because the kids kept saying, well, what do I do with my money? And so how we can make money. We can find it. We can sell stuff. We can make things and sell it. We can work for it. We can host events, ask for money, be awarded money, scholarships and sponsorship. And then how we give money. We lose it. We give it away. We pay someone. We get fined. We gift it. It's just a little.
And that's being recorded right now?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Have I got that in here?
Yeah, it's
Thank you.
in there as well. Again, it's not as
That's okay, I can work on it.
oh, you know what's interesting? I don't know if this one's in there. So what I'm going to do is there's 2 things I have to send you. I'm going to send you a picture of this. Do you have a printer at home?
I can access them close to my school.
Okay, at the school. Hopefully can you print in color there?
There is one place